Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Tech Savvy Kids, and you are here to solve a huge problem. We live in a society where human trafficking is a very huge problem to us. So we came up with a solution where we created a tracking app that tracks your daily activities and your routine. My fellow will.
So, good afternoon, everyone. More on the resources we use like Google Maps API in order to like get the geofences that we need in order to like be able to access our roads, and in order to like for the user to be able to sign in and log in their credentials so that they can be able to have that specific range of geofence. So what I noticed today was like a lot of people use geofence in like different ways. Like, well, they were different and then kind of similar, but then like, what led to us like using geofence and like from the beginning is we saw like an ad Debenez. So we decided since they used API like Google Maps, so we might as well like try to use it for good. So,
our app will include a feature that is easy response. If it happens, if you're in an unusual place, it will send you a warning on alert using using means of communication such as text messages or using our app. So if you don't respond in a certain time, it will send alerts to your emergency contacts, and if they don't know the place you are, they will our app will send to emergency services. We also created a blog where real life victims can share their stories and how they survived, so that there will be a clear communication between us, the users of our application.
So what we also noticed is that not everyone is using like smartphones. There are people still like dwelling on the older versions of phone, 2G phones. So we decided like, since you can also track a 2G phone using like telecommunication towers using like altitude and latitudes, so we decided like maybe we can locate that person using that, not having to use like Google Maps, but then using the telecommunications. So that was made possible. And then as in for like communicating with them, we used the API for the SMS key. So that was what made possible by the MTN API key.
Okay, guys, what I realized is a lot of people, they complain about having Debenez pizza arrive early at your house rather than the SAPs, you know? So what we did is we actually developed the application to actually be able to call upon the local security companies. You know, even if you're not subscribed to the companies, then you can just click on the, right now there is the web APK on the web that we're using already. It's been distributed to the judges. Or that thing, when you click on it, it selects options. Is it a house robbery that's happening? Or you can hear someone who's opening up your door and you know that you're alone. And now what's going to happen is that it's going to call up the nearest 5-kilometer radius security companies. So you can get help real quick rather than staying on a phone call with the SAPs for 12 minutes and getting marked or being had by the guys, you know. So
yeah, how are you going to make money?
okay, as we have said, we are going to collaborate. Actually, we are going to let security companies partner with us, and they can subscribe in our application, and then they can be able to actually get in touch with the local communities. So they can have like their own local bases around a few communities, and then all the time, whenever. This is pretty much like Uber, you know. But now you're not calling up the transport, you're calling up for your security, you know. Like, make sure that the radius of the distance when the whole thing, the scene is happening, is pretty much quick, and you get quick response. And it could be the same as when someone is following you as a lady, or you're feeling unsafe already, and then you can actually click on the thingy, and then it automatically alert those guys, and it's going to open up your Google Map API, and it's going to send them your location. So whenever you're moving, they can see where you are, you know. So yeah, that's the main plan. Okay.
Have you thought about making it possible to link it to a wearable such that in an emergency, you don't have time to open an app? A gun is pointed to your head. Can I just press a button, which will do the rest, which is linked to the app?
Oh yes, we thought about that, but we are looking at the township, you know. Looking at most townships in South Africa having a low economy, like when it comes to finance and all that. So we thought, okay, no, let's just develop an app, because I don't think a lot of domestic workers would want to give up their little children's very costly watch that they could roam around, because you know how thugs are. They could just take that watch and resell it to somewhere, like to another place.
That's
so
fine.
that was the main.
I meant low-cost wearable. Look at Kasi. Kasi has the same concept where they've got a low-cost wearable that you can...
All right, thank you, Tech Savvy.